Live from Los Angeles, this is Good Morning La La Land, and we are so excited to have in studio with us Holly Perkins, author of Lift to Get Lean, Changing Your Body, Changing Your Life.
Look at this
Welcome.
ginger beauty in the house,
Right?
right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so the Beginner's Guide to Fitness, you partnered up with Women's Health. Where did this whole project begin for you?
So this is a great story. I was coming upon a road bump in my life as I approached my 40th birthday. And for a lot of women, that can be a really terrifying thing. Being in the fitness industry, it was extra scary for me because I was like, my career is my youth, it's my body. And I even though I have a degree in exercise physiology and I know that really age means nothing, I still had this like fear in the back of my head. What's gonna happen when I turn 40? No one's gonna listen to me. I'm not gonna be young and beautiful. I'm gonna lose all my muscle mass. So around that same time, I was also going through a very difficult divorce, and my beloved dog of 16 years was dying.
Oh,
and it
my
was just
God.
this perfect storm on an emotional level. And to get through it, I knew I needed something to get through it. And going about it from an emotional, mental, psychological place wasn't working. And I was like, you know what? I need to change my physical body. And I really launched into this journey of strength training to change my physical body, but also to change my personal and physical strength. And it really was life-changing. I radically changed my body. I got into the best shape of my entire life at 40. And after that experience, it was so life-changing. I think I really believe the universe aligned for me, and Women's Health Magazine and Rodale Publishing reached out to me to write a book on women's strength training.
Wow.
And so after having my own journey, I then got to write this book, which is basically the guidebook for women in strength training. So it's sort of this intersection of
fascinating,
fitness
right?
and personal spiritual development.
I think it's so fascinating because it's you're speaking to me right now because I am in exactly that place. I'm mid-40s, and when I was younger, I was so obsessed as a woman to be thin and eat low fat and do the minimum, cardio to keep thin. And now I care more about feeling good than anything. And I think this is really important for women, and young women need to know this. They need to know that strength is so important. So tell me more. Tell me how you lift to get lean. What does that look like?
Strength training is everything for women. A lot of women have this fear of testosterone, and the truth is we have about a tenth of the testosterone as our fortunate male counterparts.
Right.
And we want every drop of that because it's the youth elixir. It's what makes you feel good. It's what keeps you young. It's what keeps these guys able to diet for a day and get chiseled abs.
When you say testosterone, I
Yes.
think mustache. Like, I'm like,
Exactly.
no, thank you.
I don't want any of that. Right, a lot of women think that, but the truth
Yes.
is you have testosterone. You naturally have a little less testosterone than I have, and I have a little less than some other women, and then we all have a lot less than the man, but you have testosterone. And the truth is you want to beef up your natural levels of it. You will never grow a mustache. I can tell by your hormonal profile, you're very feminine, you're very estrogen focused, but through strength training, you're able to beef up your own natural levels of testosterone. And that's where you feel good. That's where we get the brain chemicals. That's where our mood is better, our appetite, our cravings, our energy, our stamina, our sleep, our sex drive, all of that. And
Just love this. And so I love lifting, right?
Yeah.
And I love strength training. And I have a lot of female friends, and they're interested, but they're concerned that they're going to get
I know.
bulky,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's why I love
He's
the title of
talking
your
about me,
book.
by the way.
I am talking about Erin.
This is an incredible intro because we have a look at one of her fitness videos. Let's take a peek.
Obviously.
Oh, great.
Hi, I'm Holly Perkins. Fitness doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be specific. The human body is designed to run, jump, dance, and play. Your body and your life will be so much better if you build it upon a foundation of strength.
Stop, the train is running.
Strength training is so important to keep your body functioning at its best, and that's why I'm a women's strength coach.
School kids. Hey, the rails are caught now.
Something really special happens when a woman discovers and cultivates her physical strength. We're not born with strength, so when we create it, our life changes.
My body tells me no, but I won't quit, 'cause I want more. 'Cause I want more.
Physical strength inspires personal and spiritual strength so that you stand tall, walk proud, and attack your life with confidence.
'Cause I want more. Stop. The train is riding down to the
If you're looking for strength, if you want to be stronger but you're a bit confused, join me. I want to help you. There was a time in my life when I was confused too.
Is it my fault that the falling
Your body is designed to be strong, and you're capable of so much more than you know. I'm Holly Perkins. Join me.
my body tells me no, but I won't quit. 'Cause
All right, switch, go.
Okay, so that's so impressive. And what came flashing through my mind was being a little girl and having my mom look at a bodybuilder body, a woman's body, and she said, that doesn't look good to have big muscles. And so I got programming as a young girl that it's a man's thing to have muscles.
Right.
So how did you personally overcome the transformation in your mind to go, my body is more important than this programming that we got as
Yeah.
women to be thin?
Well, I think so much of it is I battled depression my entire life. And so for me, that was one of the things that launched me into a health and fitness career because it is my antidepressant. And
Amen,
so
sister.
how we feel is everything. And as we get older, if you're older than about 28 or 29, it's really critical that you are utilizing strength training to feel well. And one of the keys that I share in my book, Lift to Get Lean, is that if you do it properly, you're not going to bulk up. You can't bulk up unless you want to bulk up if you do it properly. And that's specifically why I use the phrase strength training instead of weightlifting or
got it.
bodybuilding. Because you can develop strength without building what's called hypertrophy, making your muscles bigger. And that's a function of technique and how you do it. And so you're able to go into the gym with a certain technique, which is what I employ, where I'm getting stronger and I'm getting the strength of my muscles and a little bit of muscle mass without any bulk. I mean, I try to put muscle on my body and you see what I look like. I mean, I try. I literally follow a bodybuilder's protocol and I still can't put muscle on me.
It's such a good point, and it's because I know that even as a guy, and you mentioned guy being having more testosterone. I mean, I live so heavy and I've lived for so long, and it takes so much hard work to build muscle, and then it can come off in like a week. Yeah, you can notice a difference in a week.
Yes.
So when I talk to my female friends, I'm like, it's true. You can work out as hard as you want and do the strength training, but you're not going to get big and bulky.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. Let's go. It's so good. So I have another question from a completely different standpoint in that your credentials, like you have been on Huffington Post, Self, obviously Women's Health, all these incredible magazines, like from a standpoint of entrepreneurship, what would you recommend for people out there? Maybe they're personal coaches, maybe they're whatever. How do they get their name out? How did you write a book? How did this all?
I wasn't expecting that.
right.
So used to talking about like health and fitness stuff.
Curveball.
Honestly, entrepreneurship and oh gosh, I guess professional accreditation, I feel is such a murky thing. And the way that I've learned to navigate it is honestly just like love and positivity. I have always followed my bliss. And this is why I am so passionate and enthusiastic about sharing health and fitness with everyone, but women in particular. And I think that love comes through. And I think if you really love what you do and you're passionate and you share it with people, I feel like it follows.
Living in the
And
vortex,
that's how my
right?
book happened. I mean, I just was so passionate about strength training and teaching women that the editor-in-chief of Women's Health at the time heard my story and she's like, you're the person to write a book.
And it's so important to tell your story. And that's just proof of that. You are living your light. You are strong. You are feminine. I'm so inspired by you.
Oh, thanks.
What's next?
Oh gosh, what's next? So I'm working on my next book, which is actually nutrition focused. I find that a lot of women really do want to change their body, and while my history is largely fitness and exercise, what it really comes down to is what's going on inside is equally important. And so I'm drumming up a very specific conversation around nutrition and how to bring the two aspects together so that you do get the results that you want in the gym, both from nutrition and from your strength training. So, yeah.
I love that. What tips would you have for people that are just, and particularly women, that are just starting out with a strength training program or they want to begin a strength training program? What would you recommend?
Slow, consistent, and stick with it. In the early phases of your body adapting to strength training, specifically for women, but yes, for men, there's a water redistribution that happens. And you legitimately, biologically cannot physiologically bulk up any sooner than 8 weeks into a strength training program. So if you start lifting weights and you go, oh my God, a week later I bulked up,
Yeah.
that's not possible. It's biologically, we've proven it over 100 years of research. It's not possible. So you want to start slow and steady, and you want to stick with it. Stick with it, stick with it, at least 6 months so that your body can adapt, so that the water redistribution settles down, so that you can really see the effects of it.
When you say water redistribution.
Yes.
So are you talking about loading up before bulking up?
Yes, I love that
Jess,
phrase.
it's a great phrase. She's
It's a
the
great.
queen of tweetables.
I
She
gotta
is.
take this.
Yes.
This is good. Yes, you are going to bloat up before you bulk up, but you're not really going to bulk
That
up.
does not sound sexy.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
If you start slow and steady, you'll avoid the bloating, the water redistribution. So what happens is when you go into the gym and you challenge your muscles through strength training, you're creating a little bit of damage. Muscle comes into the muscle to heal it, to recover. You actually get fit after the gym. You're not getting into better shape when you go to the gym.
The rest period.
It's the rest period when your body remodels, is what we call it. And in that remodeling, water will come in and you will have some low level inflammation and bloating that will subside and go away. If you do it properly, slow and steady and consistently, you're not going to bloat up. You're not going to get, it wouldn't be noticeable. But if you go from the couch to a CrossFit class, you are going to bloat up. Within a couple of days, you're going to feel, I call it fluffy. You're going to feel fluffy kind of everywhere. And people think they're bulking, but you're actually not bulking. It's just water.
So unfortunately, we're out of time, and there's like I want to ask like 1,000 more questions. So just a wealth of wisdom around all this.
why you gotta get the
yeah,
book.
for
Yes.
sure. I'm gonna
You
have to
gotta
read
get
the
the
book.
book.
Yes.
So
Lift to get lean.
we definitely want to have you back for
love
sure, and follow up with this whole thing going on here. But anyway, so stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back to become your #1 fan. Stay tuned.